That's kind of fitting. I didn't mean for it to be facing that way, but that's, yeah. What's up, homies? So, I was watching that video. I love that. The Home Defense Buddy, the HDB. I love it. That is awesome. So, if you guys haven't checked out Air Guns Anonymous, great channel. Homie's doing some really cool videos. Definitely check him out. So, what am I packing today? Well, let's see here. Let me see what I got over here. We got a... Let's see, is that a LE? Yeah, that's a LE. So I got this LE here. That's got a 7-round mag in it, and it's full of kind of the riot bolts. All right. Then also, then I got this one here. Now, I know you ain't seen much like that, but yeah, it's a prototype. So this is one of the Wixon prototypes. It's longer than the other ones, so I've got the really long cap on it too. Pretty cute. Wow. So this is an SD. I got a 10-round mag extension on this, so you know the other one's got 8 rounds, 7 plus 1. This one's got 10, 11, so 10 plus 1. You know, that's the LE. This is the SD. That one's got a little more power on the first shot or whatever. But you know, I'd say when you break it down, if you got 10 shots with the SD, I would say total overall damage, I'd say there's probably not going to be much difference. And guess what? We're going to find out exactly. We already did, but the video got screwed up, so we're going to find out exactly again. So, anyway, there we go. Stop typing. Stop typing. The guy that stumbled on the video and thinks all I've got is Byrnas. Stop typing. Quit telling me I need a HDR or whatever that you're typing. I've got those too. Break yourself. I said break yourself. Food. Boom, boom. Love it. Alright, I should probably pay attention to what I'm doing. Did you like the solar flare or whatever? No, that's not what it's called. A lens. What is it? I don't know. Yeah, lens flare. Whatever. I like cinematography. I'm going to show you all that in a little bit later today if I can ever get this thing uploaded. I did another fire video and I like this one a lot. So anyway, watch it. All right. Well, this is fun. What else can we talk about? I guess this is kind of the closest to a vlog or whatever you'll ever get from me, which means I'm, driving and I have no signal, so this is kind of what I can do. So, well, let's talk about something. So this is a TCP. Now, I like TCPs. I do. I like them a lot, but I like Byrnas too. And the never-ending question is, which should I get? Which should I get? Both. You need both. They're different. You need both. I think a TCP or an FSC it's obviously the most powerful and it's the most versatile, except for one thing. Except for two things. One thing is concrete, and the concrete thing is that the Byrna is more concealable. Period. More concealable. Then a couple of non-concrete things would be that the Byrnas are more reliable. They are. And then the Byrna is where you have the pierce with the trigger pull and everything. You get a more natural action or whatever. You don't have to twist it like a pellet gun. And then another one that is also not concrete, but I think is a big deal. And you can take this for what you will, because there's different ways to look at it, and even philosophies that I may say may contradict this, and I'll get into that. But one other thing is that a Byrna is most likely going to make somebody think it's a real weapon before an FSC would. Definitely the T4E stuff, like the Glock and the PPQ and stuff. Obviously, that's going to fool somebody even better, but it also doesn't have any bark. It's got all bark, but there's no bite if they don't fall for it and run. Now, what I say about contradicting myself, you should not pull out any weapon, whether it be a firearm or less lethal or whatever, unless you're going to use it. Now, the reason for, there's a few different reasons for that, but one of the big reasons that, other than the firearm reasons, and I'm not going to go into all that in this video, but we will. But one of the big things that you have to look at with this stuff versus a firearm, the additional reason to not pull it out, to not brandish it before you use it, is that every second you're holding this thing up in somebody's face is that much more time that they can look at it and figure out that, oh, maybe that's not that serious. Maybe, you know. So you want somebody to think you have a gun right up until, you know, like, I mean, and what I mean by that, you don't want to walk around being like, hey, look here, bro, here. But if you're carrying yourself in the way, like, you know, if you're in a situation or whatever and someone starts to do something and you're ready to draw, right, and you're serious, you know, I'm not talking Old West, but I'm saying, you know, you've got your hand on your stuff and you're getting ready to, you know. All right, at that point, they think you've got a gun. There's no reason that they do not think you have a gun, okay? At that point, they should run, okay? And at that point, you should leave it at that, okay? Here's that critical moment, though. Once you do that, now, if they're pointing a gun already, don't do that, okay? Don't do that. That'll get you dead. But if they're approaching you with either a melee weapon or no ranged weapon, basically, and it's an obvious threat, then you escalate to that, right? But not that, because that's showing them what you got, okay? You shouldn't do that till you're ready to shoot, okay? Now, once you do that, once you're, right, if they don't run, you shoot, okay? You see what I'm saying? That's your 1 second pause, not even a second, but that's your pause to find out, is this guy going to try to bum rush me, or does he think I've got a gun? If he thinks I got a gun, okay, that's what, in your mind, you know that he thinks I've got a gun. He don't care. This is a bad time. He does care. He runs away. We're golden. We're going to go play games. See what I'm saying? He don't care. There's no point in pulling it out now and pointing it at him, right? Because then you're just giving him more time to see that it's not as much a threat as he maybe even thought it was when he didn't care, right? At that point, you need to utilize it. You need to pull it out. And I'm going to say, if it's a Byrnas, it's probably going to be best if it's peppered. And, you know, somebody like that, if they're not afraid of a gun, you know, I'm going to say a shot of a Hell's Fury right in the whoop-oo. Yeah. Ain't here. Anyway, so, you know, you pop somebody with the shot of Hell's Fury, even if it's a kinetic round and you get that first shot and you stun them or whatever, that's hopefully going to give you time to, you know, do something. Now, some people will advocate that at this point you should run away. You have to be able to size the situation, okay? And that's the thing. That's what worries me with this stuff. That's what worries me with this stuff in the hands of people that are not trained and do not know what to do, what to follow up with when they should. Because you have to make split-second decisions. Like, you shoot somebody with a Byrnas, they may be a complete wuss and go down like some of these people in videos, or they may be like Ballistic Joel and say, hit me again, that one tickled. And you need to make a decision right then what you're going to do. Now, if this is an unarmed guy that was, you know, going to attack you or whatever, and he's unarmed, you know, whatever, and you hit him and he drops to the ground. Let's say he drops to the ground and you're in a place where you can get stuff between you and get to people, get away, whatever. Run, okay? Run. All right, you're in the middle of a freaking field, okay? You're in the middle of a field and the guy has a 9mm and you pop him with a Beretta. You pop him with a Byrna and he stumbles, because that's more realistically what's going to happen. Ow! Hey, ow! Don't turn around and run. He's going to shoot you in the back when you do that. If you shoot this guy and he's like, ah! And he don't go down, keep shooting him, keep shooting him, keep shooting him. And the second he is off his feet, the second he is, hit him in the eyes, aim for the nose, the face, anything. Don't aim for the body at this point. You're not hurting him. This is kill shot time. Not gonna kill him, not with a Byrna. But this ain't the time to play. This is the time to be knocking him in the head, because I'm gonna tell you right now. And watch my ballistic head video, and we're getting ready to do some more. But I'm going to tell you right now, even though a Byrna don't have a lot of power, you take a Canada Riot ball and hit somebody in the skull with it, it'll crack the skull. Now, I'm telling you, it will. We've done proven that. So, there you go. Aim for the eyes, aim for the skull, aim for the nose, aim for the mouth, aim for the teeth. Be serious, okay? Here's the thing. Because even though it's not like a gun, it is like somebody throwing a freaking baseball at you, right? So, if the first one to the body or whatever you do, and you've got, 4 or 5 more, maybe 6, depending on what mag you're carrying, whatever. Boom, 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 aim. Eventually, one of those is going to get him off his, thing. He's at some point, because you're basically punching the guy from a distance. You see what I'm saying? That's when you got to take advantage of it, right? So, you see what I'm saying? And I know this is kind of all over the place and whatever, but the thing, you've got to assess the situation, and you have to make decisions on your feet, and you have to realize realistically what you have, what the capabilities of the weapon you're carrying are, and what your capabilities are, okay? I'm a good shot. I can put, even under duress, I could probably put 4 out of 5 shots of a Byrna at a reasonable distance in somebody's face. Like, I'm pretty doggone good. Most people are not good. Some people don't even know. I'm not going to do that. But most people are not that good. And if you're not, and then you've got a weapon, David and Goliath, okay? David and Goliath, all right? If you're a good shot, you can do something with a Byrna. But if you're not, and I'm sorry, and the thing of it is, a lot of people, and I'm tangenting, so I'll digress, but a lot of people are too concerned about the power of stuff, and they're never going to hit their target, because they don't have a clue how to shoot. All they care about is the numbers, the big power. And if it's a hobby, that's cool. But if you're really trying to protect your family, you better learn how to shoot, because that's more important. Making contact with 3 shots of 30 joules is better than missing with 100. Okay, I'm just saying. And a Byrna, especially, this is more geared toward the Byrna people. A Byrna is weak. It needs to have skill behind it. If it has skill behind it, it's possible. It's usable. It is usable. But with no skill behind it, no, you're going to get yourself in trouble. I wouldn't, if my wife wasn't someone that can sling an AK. If I was married to a normal, like, non-southern redhead, I wouldn't hand her a Byrna and be like, here you go, babe, you're safe now. No. I would feel like I would be doing her a disservice by doing that without training her, and what would I give my wife what should my wife carry for protection? Well, she carries a Glock 43 most of the time, and I don't mean a 43 caliber T4E Glock. I mean a Glock 43. So, that's what, if you can carry a gun, especially if you're not, a big dude or some, at least somewhat skilled in stuff. If you can carry a gun, carry a gun. Definitely, that's the advantage. That's the upper hand. If you can't, know what you've got, know how to use what you've got. Not cliche. I don't mean cliche. I don't mean, I went out and shot like 4 times yesterday. I'm talking get familiar with it. Get to where you can rock the thing like it's second nature. If you can rock it like it's second nature, and you get to that point when and I'm talking shoot. I don't even know how much to tell y'all. I shoot a lot, and I have since I was, too small to shoot. But if you get to where what you're using is second nature, it's just like David and Goliath. You can take that little pebble and you can knock that big old giant out. But you can have a bazooka and miss a gnat. I'm just saying.